So Mulan has been released upon the world, and I've had a chance to play her a little on PTS as well as the live client, so this video is going to be my initial thoughts on her, both in terms of power level and balance point, as well as design and how I like her kit as a whole. Mulan is really our first true warrior in a while, so I'm really excited to see how she develops in the solo lane, being my main role of course, but also as a jungler. I don't really see her being viable in any other roles besides meme picks. My first impressions on Mulan's kit are very positive, so I'll start with those good aspects of her kit and design, then go over a few more negative things I think she needs changes for going forward, and then conclude with my overall thoughts on her as a whole. So to start it off, her passive is probably one of my favourite passives I've seen yet. I absolutely love me some RPG games with thousands of hours in Skyrim and hundreds in other RPGs like the Fallout series, Divinity Original Sin 2, Dragon Quest and more. So having a passive that's basically a mimic of a standard RPG skill progression system is really awesome to play with in a MOBA. Not only do you get more powerful by investing skill points into your abilities, you also get steadily more powerful by leveling up your weapon skills. It really is a classic RPG style. The way this system is implemented is really smart as well, giving a nice passive bonus at first, then a full upgrade to your ability, giving you an extra component like an additional hit or an extra targeting option, and finally a permanent stat buff. So once you get to late game, you feel significantly more powerful in various different areas of your kit, rather than just, my ability does more damage now because I have 5 points in it, which is what most gods do. It gives a real sense of actual progression throughout the game. For most gods, their progression ends at level 5 when they unlock their full kit. Mulan feels to always be getting more powerful throughout most of the game, and it makes her a really fun character. So while talking about positives for Mulan, I can't just stand by and ignore the awesome way she can get around the map. The community has been asking for a grapple for a long time, and we finally have it, on a warrior no less. This is just so much more interesting than just a dash that does damage, which is what most movement options are in Smite. I've been calling for more interesting movement options for a while, like the Arachne web tunnels that I suggested in her rework video. I think the game is just a lot more fun when the abilities are interesting and unique like this. They could have easily given her a generic dash where she just dashes forward and does damage with her sword, but instead they used her lore and her bow as a way for her to get around the map, so kudos to the design team for that one. Also, I know it's going back to the passive again, but I really like that you don't get this really powerful and cool wall grapple immediately at level 1. You have to work for it and consciously use the 3 in lane, or in the jungle of course, to level it up and get access to that wall grapple. Her 1 and 2 are fairly normal abilities on their own. I would say they're a bit boring if not for the whole interaction with the passive where they get an extra component on them by leveling up your weapon skill. The 1 getting that bonus strike at the end and the 2 getting the double hit with the bonus range. That makes the abilities more than interesting enough, and I'm actually still trying to figure out whether to level the 1 or the 2 in solo, since the 1 clears faster, but the 2 gives amazing sustain and also hits really hard once you get that second strike online. A lot of people are underrating the 2 on Mulan, I think. The ultimate for me has both upsides and downsides, so I'll cover what I like about it here and use that as a launching pad into the negative section where I talk about things I don't like so much about Mulan. So the concept for her ultimate itself is really cool. It combines all 3 of her weapons that she uses in her normal abilities into an awesome 3-strike attack combo that comes with mobility, CC and damage all in one. There's no denying this ability is strong, however I do have a couple of gripes with it which can take us into the negative section. So my main issue with Mulan's ultimate is the fact that she's locked in place and essentially rooted once she connects the first dash. I'm not sure if this is for balance reasons or if they just thought it would work better this way, but it feels terrible. After removing the awkward root from Amaterasu's dash not long ago, they decided to leave it in for Mulan's biggest ability. I'm not sure if this is for gameplay reasons or if it's a bug or if it's intended or what, but it feels awful to use. You should be able to move at the very least in the bow shot portion of this ability, even if for balance reasons it makes no sense. Also, another thing with Mulan's kit that may be down to balance concerns is the massive startup on her 3. This one is more reasonable, as I think a super quick startup on this ability could be a bit oppressive for chasing kills or even getting away with the wall grapple, but I think I'd rather see her 1 or 2 nerfed a bit since they're way too powerful from what I've seen so far, and then allow the 3 to be just a little faster to make up for it because it feels quite clunky right now. And I feel like her kit would flow a lot better if there wasn't such a huge delay on this ability. Mulan seems like the type of character that needs to flow between her abilities, and rooting herself in the ult and the 3 feels terrible. I really hope this gets changed in the future. For now, Mulan seems to only be viable in 2 roles, but in those roles she seems to really shine as a prominent solo laner and a solid jungler as well. Her great wave clear, decent sustain once you rank the 2 up a bit and get access to the healing, on top of her generally great boxing potential, seems to be a recipe to be the next solo lane menace on the scene. And likewise, her excellent jungle clear with the 1 and great gank potential using the ultimate seems to make her a viable jungler. With her ridiculous scalings like 150% on the ultimate, I could definitely see her being built assassin-like and seeing success there too. So overall, Mulan seems really interesting, and I'm curious to see how she develops given her early success in both solo and jungle. I don't think she's going to be another King Arthur and stomp the game for 6 months, but she's definitely powerful and really fun to play as well. I've been waiting for a warrior for a while, given Horus isn't really a traditional solo lane bruiser warrior, he's more of a support warrior, and Mulan seems to be that one I've been looking for. She's definitely going to be added to my solo lane god pool, and probably for jungle as well. But that's about it for my initial thoughts on Mulan's release and how she's faring right now. If you did enjoy, then don't forget to drop a like before you leave, and let me know if you want me to do more of these types of videos for new gods in the future, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, you nerds.